One, I can't help but note with the M1 chip and Apple's efforts to roll out its homegrown and design chips across the Mac line, we just saw Adobe coming out with Premiere Pro support for that, which should spark some business buying, and they seem to be on a good cadence there. So curious your thoughts on the impact. And then it seems to me that carriers, at least in North America, really seem to be leaning in to subsidizing 5G phones again, which might have an effect on the ability of Apple to get phones out there at higher ASPs, as you mentioned. What's your outlook on those two things?
Sure. Thanks, John. So, look, I think on the phone issue, you're right. Carriers have been aggressively promoting 5G. We continue to believe that 5G units will be okay going forward next year. So very strong year this year, flat next year. I think the bigger question in my mind is really the average selling price. What we've observed in cycles is typically the most affluent and most enthusiastic Apple buyers go first, and they tend to buy Pro models and they tend to buy the largest storage configurations, which really helps average price. And so while units may continue to be strong, the real question in my mind is, do we continue to have the same level of strength of average selling price, same level of Pro mix, same level of people increasing their storage capacity? On thinking about kind of education and Adobe's impact going forward, look, I think in my eyes, there's a question about the education market. In the last 3 months, Chromebooks, which are largely sold into education markets, have slowed notably. And so the bigger question for me is more about what might happen to iPad and Mac growth over the next 2 or 3 quarters, if indeed we're starting to see less buying from educational institutions and potentially from consumers for educational purposes.
Toni, good morning. It's Deirdre. Let me try and tie in Apple and Tesla, which we got after the bell last night. I want to ask you about the China risk, because a number of guests on our network have said that as Beijing widens its crackdown, American companies could be next. Apple and Tesla, two of the more successful ones in China. We haven't seen any crackdown on them, even throughout the Huawei saga. Could anything be different now? How are you gauging that?
Look, it's certainly an important question for both these companies. So China is about 20% of Apple's revenues. It, in the last 2 quarters, has been between 25 and 30% of Tesla revenues. So very, very significant contributor. But also, as you noted, probably, arguably, the 2 most iconic brands, U.S. brands that are in China. And so if we do have trade tensions escalate, could there be actions that are taken directly or indirectly by the state to dissuade consumers from buying these products, or to provide less financial incentive for Tesla cars, greater promotion of Chinese-built EVs, or similarly on the handset side? And I think it's very difficult to handicap that outcome. We had trade tensions, when President Trump was first inaugurated with China. Those largely dissipated. We have them again. And I think it's difficult to handicap that. That said, if you were to highlight, the most vulnerable U.S. companies to deteriorating trade relations with China, it would likely be Apple and Tesla, because of the significance of their brands, and also because of the significance of the revenue contribution that China has to their businesses.